They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency.
This is just the tip of the iceberg of what Katt Williams revealed in the new Club Shay Shay interview. The video, where he attacks comedians and other celebrities, has gone viral with over 47 million views in less than 2 weeks. But who exactly did he go after, and what does he have on them? The Throwdown interview. The legendary comedian Katt Williams and the charismatic sports commentator Shannon Sharpe had an interview a few weeks ago, and the unexpected unfolded. This interview became an instant sensation, captivating millions of viewers worldwide. Katt Williams, known for his quick wit and fearless demeanor, brought his A-game, leaving no topic untouched. From his rise to stardom to his controversial opinions, Williams held nothing back. As the interview between Katt Williams and Shannon Sharpe unfolded, it became clear that this was no ordinary conversation. The chemistry between the two was palpable, and the topics discussed left viewers on the edge of their seats. And with Sharpe's insightful questions and engaging banter, the chemistry between these two powerhouses was undeniable, and tea was going to be served.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose.
Expose he did. Now the interview has gone viral, accumulating over 50 million views in less than 2 weeks, and trending on YouTube for more than 5 consecutive days. In the interview, Katt names and shames celebrities, but this was expected, as Katt Williams doesn't shy away from controversy and the truth. His outspoken nature and willingness to address sensitive social and political issues often lands him in hot water. However, he has fearlessly tackled topics such as racism, police brutality, and social inequality, sparking both admiration and criticism from fans and critics alike. But in the viral interview, Katt focused on the ills in Hollywood and what celebrities have to do to remain relevant. From people trying to rewrite history to appeal to a larger audience, to others joining the dreaded secret society, the Illuminati. But who are they, and what did they do? Katt Williams, known for his no-holds-barred approach, made shocking claims about Kevin Hart being an industry plant. These claims have sent shockwaves through the comedy community and have left fans questioning the authenticity of Kevin's rise to fame. Katt Williams didn't directly accuse Kevin Hart of being an industry plant right away. Instead, he dropped hints and made insinuations, leaving his audience to connect the dots. Back in the early 2000s, when the discussion about black male entertainers being pushed to wear dresses in Hollywood was gaining traction, Katt Williams was one of the first to address the issue. He suggested that there was a strange rite of passage where black comedians were expected to don a dress before reaching the next level of fame. Comedian Dave Chappelle, a close friend of Katt Williams, was also vocal about this practice. In 2006, Dave appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show and shared a personal experience that shed light on the pressure faced by black entertainers. He recounted an incident where he was asked to wear a dress for a movie scene he was doing with Martin Lawrence. Dave refused, stating that he didn't feel comfortable with it. The producers persisted, claiming that all the greats had done it before. However, Dave stood his ground, and the scene was eventually rewritten without the dress.
The minute it was clear, I was adamant. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later. The whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
This incident opened up a larger conversation about the industry's expectations and the compromises that black entertainers are forced to make. It also raised questions about the authenticity of success in Hollywood. Katt Williams, being a keen observer of the industry, took note of these discussions and began dropping hints about Kevin Hart's journey to fame. In interviews and performances, Katt Williams would subtly allude to Kevin Hart's possible involvement in the industry's questionable practices. He would mention the dress controversy and how it seemed to be a common occurrence among black comedians. He argued that there was some sort of need to dehumanize black comedians by dressing them in dresses.
It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress.
He even mentioned how Kevin was one of the comedians who claimed not to wear dresses, but when they asked him to, he jumped the gun and claimed he wanted to wear the dress afraid of the consequences of the Hollywood higher-ups.
Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision.
Kevin Hart, on the other hand, seemed to dismiss these claims. In a 2012 interview, when asked about the dress controversy, he laughed it off, stating that it had never happened to him. He emphasized the importance of setting boundaries and having limits that he refused to cross. Kevin presented himself as someone who wouldn't compromise his brand for the sake of fame. However, less than a year later, Kevin made a surprising appearance on Saturday Night Live in a sketch where he wore a dress. This move raised eyebrows among fans and critics alike. They questioned whether Kevin had succumbed to the industry's demands and compromised his principles. Kevin maintained that he was not forced and that it was a matter of choice, and the skit demanded a dress in order to be funny.
I was actually one of those comedians that said, "No, I wouldn't wear a dress. There's no way I would wear a dress." And then when proposed with the opportunity, of what I felt was funny, I thought, oh, that's funny, I'm gonna do it.
While some dismissed it as a coincidence or a comedic choice, Katt Williams saw it as a sign that Kevin was just another player in the industry's game. However, he didn't shy away from addressing the dress controversy and its implications. He argued that Kevin Hart didn't have to worry about the backlash because many comedians before him had already worn dresses, paving the way for their acceptance, alluding to Tyler Perry and Madea, among others. Katt suggested that it was simply Kevin's turn to follow suit. These hints and insinuations from Katt Williams sparked curiosity among fans and critics. They began to question the authenticity of Kevin Hart's rise to fame and whether he had indeed taken shady shortcuts to achieve his massive success, and he was not the only one. Cedric the Entertainer also came under fire in the same interview. In the 3-hour interview, Katt accused Cedric as a backstabber because he stole one of his very best jokes. The very last joke he made during BET's Comic View that was so good, it got a run during the commercials.
2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
He went on to say that Cedric even confessed about stealing the joke and even asked for forgiveness, which Katt granted, but the drama wasn't about to end there. Katt further accused Cedric for going against his name Entertainer, claiming that he was an untalented comedian who couldn't sing, dance, or write jokes. Williams even went as far as claiming that Cedric's comedy specials were so bad that they weren't available on popular streaming platforms like Netflix or Tubi.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
Another one of his primary targets was Steve Harvey. Williams accused Steve of being a mediocre comedian who achieved success through questionable means. Williams claimed that Harvey's decision to stop doing stand-up comedy was a result of losing a comedy battle against Williams himself. In this comedy battle, he outed Steve's baldness with the toupee that he wore during his act, imitated him, and talked of his character, among other things. He even challenged Harvey's claims of being homeless, suggesting that Harvey's rise to fame was based on false narratives and a rewriting of history in an effort to appeal to a larger audience.
Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless.
According to him, this narrative didn't hold any water as Harvey was being paid $3,000 during his first shows with Mark Curry. He insisted that these comedians just told narratives that would sell their tickets and move their career further. Ricky Smiley also found himself in Williams' line of fire. Williams questioned Smiley's credibility and accused him of lying about his involvement in the movie Friday After Next, after claiming that he was going to be Money Mike and Katt Williams was going to be Santa Claus in the movie, a fact that Katt completely tears up.
Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story?
According to Williams, Smiley couldn't even use curse words because he had a Christian fan base, yet he claimed he was supposed to play a pimp in the film. Williams went on to suggest that Smiley's career was built on playing women in movies rather than portraying believable male characters. Williams also insisted that Ricky was full of lies and they couldn't hold up because of how outrageous they were, and nobody can believe them.
So Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying.
Michael Blackson, another comedian, also faced Williams' criticism. Williams claimed that Blackson, known as the African King of Comedy, was not putting in the necessary work to earn that title. He challenged Blackson to go to Africa and establish a comedy school if he wanted to claim that accolade. Williams further accused Blackson of changing his persona based on Williams' advice and then resenting him for it. We will talk about Blackson's response later, but for now, these personal grievances and controversies highlighted during the interview have added fuel to the fire within the comedy community. The clash of egos, differing comedic styles, and accusations of stealing jokes or roles have created a tense atmosphere. As the interview continues to make waves online, it's clear that Katt Williams isn't afraid to speak his mind and call out his fellow comedians. But what did they think about Katt's expose? Celebrities react to Katt Williams' expose. There is no doubt that responses would come streaming in, especially with a video that has over 50 million views. Comedians and other celebrities came out to defend themselves against Katt Williams' allegations. One of them was Kevin Hart. According to Katt Williams, Kevin Hart is a Hollywood puppet whose career statistics have been overly inflated. He claimed that in 15 years in Hollywood, no one had a memory of a sold-out Kevin Hart show. Katt Williams also alleged that Kevin Hart already had his deals in play when he arrived in Hollywood, and that he had his own sitcom and movie in his first year in LA. He claimed that it was virtually impossible to amass all that in the first year of comedy, alluding that Kevin Hart had his deal before joining the industry.
Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No.
He stated this further insinuating that Kevin Hart was an industry plant and that these accolades that he now holds with the movie and sitcom will never happen to anybody else after him. Naturally, these allegations caught the attention of Kevin Hart, who took to Twitter to respond. In his tweet, Kevin Hart didn't deny anything that Katt Williams said, but instead took a more subtle approach. He wrote, "Gotta get that anger out, champ. It's honestly sad." While his response may seem cryptic, it's clear that Kevin Hart is not letting the negativity affect him. In fact, he took the opportunity to promote his upcoming movie, Lift. It's interesting to note that Kevin Hart's response didn't directly address the allegations made by Katt Williams. Instead, he chose to focus on moving forward and continuing to work on his successful career. This response, or lack thereof, speaks volumes about Kevin Hart's confidence and ability to rise above the drama. It's clear that he's not letting the negativity get to him, and he's determined to keep pushing forward. In another interview done 5 days after the video released with Fox 5's Interview, Kevin Hart said he doesn't feed into all the drama Katt has created, alluding that it's all part of entertainment.
I don't feed into the stuff at all. At the end of the day, it's all entertainment to a certain degree, so you just hope that people can be smart enough and have a tremendous amount of logic to just go and possibly do research or fact check.
While Kevin Hart's response may seem subtle, it's important to remember that actions speak louder than words. Despite the allegations made by Katt Williams, Kevin Hart's success speaks for itself. He has become one of the most recognizable and beloved comedians in the industry, with a string of successful movies, stand-up specials, and a massive fan base. He, however, wasn't the only comedian who responded to Katt. Michael Blackson was next. But what exactly had Katt said about Michael Blackson in the interview? Katt claimed that he told Michael Blackson to style up according to the role he has portrayed himself to be. Blackson was used to wearing dirty dashiki and African fashion print while performing his comedy acts. After Katt saw that, he said he needed to dress according to the role he was portraying, which was a king.
And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa.
Katt Williams tried to insinuate that Blackson's comedy wasn't mature and well thought of. Blackson took offense to the fact that Katt took credit over the school idea. Blackson had earlier on built a school in Ghana, his hometown. School would offer free tuition to the students of his hometown, Agana in Saba. The construction started in 2020, and the Liberian-Ghanaian actor-comedian cut the ribbon to the school's opening in January 2023, something he was very proud of and couldn't believe Katt was taking all the credit. He took to social media to say, "I can't believe this lying, dehydrated leprechaun said he told me to build a school El Mal. I only built a free school so the kids can whip your for free Sucker." Williams further went to take more jabs at Michael, mocking how an African could do comedy with a fake African accent. These words struck a nerve with Blackson and the comedy community as a whole. The accusation of a fake African accent left many wondering about the authenticity of Blackson's comedic style and persona. The impact of Williams' comments reverberated through social media, with fans and fellow comedians weighing in on the controversy. Blackson, known for his quick wit and sharp comebacks, wasted no time in responding to Williams' remarks. Taking to Twitter, he expressed his confusion and frustration, sharing personal experiences of being roasted for his accent both in school and in American comedy clubs. "I'm so confused. I'm African with a fake African accent. My accent had me roasted every day in school and in the comedy clubs in America, and I wish I could get rid of it. Even my Philly accent is fake. I guess the only thing real about me is my." Blackson felt that Katt attacked all top 10 comedians so that they could respond to him, and hence making him relevant again. Katt Williams is a very smart midget who took shots at the top 10 comedians alive today so we can all respond and make him relevant again. Whether this was a strategy or not, one thing is for sure. The internet has blown up with more fiery responses to Katt Williams, and Cedric didn't go mute either. Cedric the Entertainer found himself embroiled in a heated feud with fellow comedian Katt Williams. The controversy stems from Williams' accusations of joke theft, claiming that Cedric stole one of his jokes and used it in his own comedy special. The allegation sent shockwaves through the comedy community, as Cedric's reputation as a comedic genius was called into question. But Cedric wasn't about to let these accusations go unanswered. In an interview with E.T., he claimed that Katt Williams' allegations weren't factual. People get on these blogs and they just start spewing off stuff that's not even factual. I let the fodder just go out there until I'm ready to respond to it. I am who I am. I stand on that for sure. He did not stop there. In a bold and defiant move, Cedric took to social media to address the claims head on. Within the comment section of the Club Shay Shay Instagram page, where Katt's accusatory clip was first shared, Cedric made his stance clear. Revisionist history, regardless of whatever Katt's opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke Katt Williams claims is his. Cedric's response was a powerful statement, asserting that his career was far more than a single joke. With over 40 movies, numerous comedy specials, and a brand that speaks volumes, Cedric's accomplishments in the entertainment industry are undeniable. I've been over 40 movies, my specials and brand speaks volumes for I Am. From his breakout role in The Steve Harvey Show, to his unforgettable performances in films like Barbershop and the original Kings of Comedy, Cedric has left an indelible mark on the world of comedy. The people I have put on, including Katt in the Hat at the Gibson Amphitheater, speak for themselves. Cedric's comment not only highlighted his own success, but also emphasized the impact he has had on launching the careers of other comedians, including Katt Williams himself. It was a bold statement, reminding everyone that Cedric's influence in the comedy world extends far beyond a single joke. From his successful movies to his unforgettable comedy specials, Cedric's talent and influence are undeniable. He has not only entertained audiences, but also paved the way for other comedians. Well, now, the feud has escalated with both comedians trading verbal blows, leaving the comedy world buzzing with anticipation, leading us to one more person who had something to say to Katt Williams. Steve Harvey followed. Katt Williams accused Harvey of stealing the concept of his 1990s sitcom, The Steve Harvey Show, from Mark Curry's Hanging with Mr. Cooper. The allegation sent shockwaves through the comedy community, leaving many wondering if it was true or not. Sad for Steve, Mark Curry has in the past addressed this issue, and he seems to side with Katt, saying that he did not understand why Steve stole his material, yet he had already made a lot of money.
So, when he was on the bull talk show he had, and he did all my Halloween material one Halloween. I'm watching, somebody called me and said, man, homeboy doing your material. So he did my whole Halloween run. And I know he didn't think of it. You know, this is true stuff that really happened to me. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy.
But that is not all that Williams exposed. He went on to insult Harvey's acting skills and claimed that Harvey never wanted to be a movie star. According to Williams, Harvey couldn't make it in Hollywood because he lacked range and didn't fit the mold of a leading character. You couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You have to have range. These scathing remarks ignited a firestorm of controversy, with fans and industry insiders eagerly awaiting Harvey's response. And it didn't take long for Harvey to address the accusations in his own unique way. On January 7th, Harvey took to social media to deliver his epic response. In a Twitter post featuring him on the set of Family Feud, Harvey shared a powerful message with his audience. He began by stating that one never needs to explain themselves to haters, emphasizing the importance of actions speaking louder than words. No, you ain't gotta tell nobody nothing. All you gotta do is be it. You don't have to open your mouth. Harvey's response was not just a dismissal of the accusations. It was a powerful statement about dealing with haters and staying true to oneself. He asserted that people only get haters because they're effective at what they do, thus stirring jealousy in others. Harvey even went as far as suggesting that haters could be sent from the devil to provide opposition to God, guiding you towards greatness. God is about to do something, and the devil is throwing in opposition. While Harvey didn't directly address Williams by name, he acknowledged that someone was really attacking him at the moment. However, he confidently stated that he was waiting to see what God had in store because no one could stop what God had planned for him. I'm just waiting to see what God gonna do because they're gonna have to get on. Can't nobody stop what God got for you. Harvey's response showcased not only his unshakable faith, but also his ability to rise above the negativity and focus on his own path to success. It was a powerful message that resonated with his fans and admirers. However, many fans also recognized that he took the defense and did not address anything to do with Katt Williams or his accusations. Notice how Steve didn't say Katt was lying, one user said. As the fans take separate sides to the story, it is clear that the stage was set for a battle of words and wits between Steve Harvey and Katt Williams and other comedians. With all the allegations put on the table for all comedians and artists like Ludacris and P. Diddy, it is clear that Katt's interview shook the internet, dividing the world of comedy and entertainment at large. What's next? We'll just have to wait and see. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.